Good morning students, welcome back to Botany Sessions, and in these videos we are going to discuss types of plant tissue cultures. In previous videos I have been discussed what is called plant tissue cultures, what are the steps that are involved in the plant tissue culture, what are the concept of plant tissue culture. So far I have been already discussed, and today the types of plant tissue cultures. So based on the explant, already we know that what is called explants, the plant materials are selected from the desirable plants. These are called explant. Based on the explant, the plant, tissue culture may be classified into, one is organ culture, second meristem culture, third one is protoplast culture, then fourth one is cell culture or cell suspension culture. So based on the explant, there are four types of plant tissue culture. One is a organ culture, meristem culture, protoplast culture, cell suspension culture. I will explain one by one. Organ culture. Then what is called organ cultures? Organ of plant body. What are the organ of plant body? Root, stem, leaf. There may be ovary, anther. We have to select from the desirable plant. It is introduced onto the culture medium for the developing of a new plant body. These are called organ cultures. Organ of plant body. For example, embryo, anther, or ovary of the flower, or root, shoot. So these are the organ of the plant body. So isolations are organ of plant body such as anther from the male reproductive part of the flower, ovary from the female reproductive part of the flower, or root, shoot, or maybe leaf portions also. Leaf, these are the organ of plant body. Let us, for ease better to understand, it is a potted plant. So the leaf is isolated from the desirable plant. Leaf. Or maybe cells also isolated. Yes, it is a cell. So both are get sterilized before they are introduced into the culture medium. You know that already I pointed out how to be sterilized by using 2% sodium hypochlorite or 0.5% of macerozymes, mercury chloride. These are the sterilizant agents that are used to sterilize the explant. Sterilize, and it is introduced into the culture medium. Both leaf and also cell also introduced. These are the culture medium. Or MS medium, nutrient medium, morass and squoosh mediums. Cells also introduced into the culture medium by the process called inoculation. Then what is called inoculation? The process of introductions of explant onto the culture medium is called inoculation. Inoculation is carried out under aseptic condition by using laminar airflow chambers. As a result, these explants are induced to form callus. You know that callus is nothing but unorganized mass of undifferentiated tissues or cells is called callus. How to induce callus? The explant or leaf or root or embryoids under the influence of oxy and cytokinin. These are the two plant growth regulator, especially 2,4-D, 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid, that is used to induce the cell divisions in the explants. The next, cytokinins. Now callus are developed under the influence of auxin and cytokinin. Auxin, especially 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid, are used to induce the cell division. Cytokinin, especially BAP, These are maximum used in the plant tissue cultures for the initiation of cell elongation. As a result, unorganized mass of undifferentiated tissues callus is formed. From the callus to raise plantlets, yes, to raising of plantlets. So from the plantlets, they are transferred. The plantlets are transferred to the hardening chamber. Hardening is nothing but the plant they are growing in the in vitro within the laboratory conditions. So the process of transfer of explant onto the natural environmental conditions by the process called hardening, it is transferred to the hardening chamber. Yes, it is a hardening chambers. And finally, these plantlets are transferred to the field conditions. Yes. Why this process called organ culture? Organ is nothing but organ of the plant body. What are the organ of plant body? Root, stem portion, leaf portions, anther or embryo. It is introduced into the culture medium to induce callus formation. From the callus formation to raise plantlets, it's called plantlets. The plantlets are transferred to the soil field. This is organ culture. The second one is meristem cultures. You know that what is called meristem? It is an actual growing point of the plant body is called meristem. The word meristem means divisible. It has the high concentrations of auxin, the tip, shoot tip. Due to the presence of high concentration of auxin and a rapid cell division also takes place in the tip of the meristematic cells. As a cell, it is free from virus. So it's a question, how a plant to rise free from virus through shoot apical meristem cultures. See, yes, it is the shoot tip. Shoot tip. It is an actual growing point. That's in this region the cells are actively dividing. To as a cell, all the dividing cells are gets elongated. As a cell, growth takes place. So if you remove the tip of the plant body is removed, that is used as an explant. These are called meristem. Now these shoot tip meristems are removed by cutting off these enclosed leaves. The enclosed leaves are cut with the help of knife. Only the shoot tip alone selected. Now these shoot tips, it is introduced into the plant tissue culture or culture tube on the paper wick. It is a medium. It is a paper wick. So these shoot tips are placed on the paper wick. Culture tube. It is induced to regeneration of callus. We know that how to induce callus under the influence of oxidized cytokinin. Callus, from the callus, we have the ability to develop 1,000 plantlets are developed. All these 1,000 plantlets they are identical copies. I mean genetically uniform populations, as like in the where we are obtained from the plant, from the callus to regenerated plant body. Yes, the plant bodies are gets regenerated. These are called meristem culture. What are the advantages of this meristem culture? The plant, it is free from virus. It is obtained through shoot apical meristem culture, it is free from virus. Why it is free from virus? Because the shoot tip has high concentration of oxygen, then rapid cell divisions. Cells are fast or dividing, actively divide due to the presence of high concentration of oxygens. So that is why it is free from virus. These shoot tips are introduced into the culture medium to regenerate a plant. These plants are free from virus. These are called meristem culture. Next, the third types of plant tissue culture is protoplast cultures. Right. Before we are discussing these techniques, what is called protoplast, where it is located, how to be isolate the protoplast from the intake of cells. Protoplast, it is a cell without cell wall, but actually is bound by plasma membrane. It is a plant cell covered with the cell wall. This is cell wall. It is a plasma membrane or cell membrane. Cell membrane are also called plasma membrane. Inside the plasma membrane, there is a protoplast. The protoplasts are differentiated into cytoplasm, and center nucleus. So both cytoplasm and nucleus are constituted to form protoplast. So the isolated protoplast, it is possible to develop into entire or whole plant body. It is an important new techniques. How to develop an entire plant body? The protoplast is isolated. The isolated protoplast, it is a totipotency. You know that what is called totipotency? The inherent potential of any living plant cells have the capacity to develop into entire organism is called totipotency. But this protoplast, it is a totipotency. It is used, the isolated protoplasts are used to develop the whole plant body. It is also used for the development of somatic hybrid. What is called somatic hybrid? Fusion of somatic cells of two different species or varieties. These are called somatic hybrid. As a result, by this process called somatic hybridization. So the two different type of protoplasts, two different species or two different variety of protoplasts are fused together to form one plant by the process called somatic hybridization. It is also developed with the help of these protoplasts. Now, how to be isolate the protoplast? Because it is well protected by plasma membrane and also called cell wall. What is called protoplast? It is a cell without cell wall. Cell wall is outer layer, but actually is bound by plasma membrane. How to be isolated without any damage? It is a question. So so many methods are available to isolation of these protoplasts. How to be isolated? What are the steps that are involved in the protoplast culture? First one is isolation of protoplast. Second, fusion of protoplast. Then third, culture of protoplast. Then fourth one is selection of somatic hybrid cells. Somatic hybrid cells. So these are the steps that are involved in the protoplast culture. First one is isolation of protoplast. Yes, it is a plant body. So the plants are selected. How to isolate the protoplast? To select for the isolation of protoplast, a small bits of plant tissues like leaf tissues is selected. It is a leaf is isolated. A mature leaf is isolated. So for the isolation of protoplast from the leaf tissue, that should be sterilized with running tap waters, the surface sterilization, or it is treated with treated with 0.5% mercury chloride or 2% sodium hypochlorite. If we treated these leaf tissues, they are free from microbes to kill the microbes such as bacteria and fungi. Now the leaf is selected, isolated. For the isolation of protoplast, the epidermis of the leaf should be peeled off. Upper epidermis, especially upper epidermis, should be peeled off. Yes, it is a peel leaf segment. It's a peel leaf segment. Now these peel leaf segments, the cells are plasmalized. I mean, they are kept within a hypotonic solutions to prevent the damage. These are called plasmalized cells. So the peel leaf segments are placed under hypotonic solution, for example, pure solvent, to retain the turgidity of the cells, to retain the shape of the protoplast. That is why they are treated with the hypotonic. Such cells are called plasmalized cells. Now these cells are placed in the enzyme mixture for the isolation of protoplast, because protoplast is well protected by cell wall. How to be degrade the cell wall? By using certain cell wall degrading enzymes. So for the division, digestion of cell wall or removal of protoplast, isolation of protoplast, it should be placed in the enzyme mixture. These are the enzyme mixture. The enzyme mixture which contain 0.5% macerozyme, 0.5% macerozyme, 2% monozuga cellulase enzyme, to degrade the cell wall by using cellulase enzyme, 13% sorbitol or mannitol or sorbitol to maintain the pH 5.4, Now these plasmalized cells are placed in the enzyme mixture to maintain the incubation at 25 degrees Celsius. Automatically, after this, they are shaking. they are simply teasing of the cells. The cell walls are gets digested. Yes, cell walls are gets digested. Protoplasts are released. This is a protoplasm nucleus. It is a cell wall. So cell walls are digested. Protoplasts are easily released. Now these protoplasts are transferred to the 20% sucrose, because to retain their viability. To retain the viability of the protoplast, after isolation of protoplast, it should be treated with 20% sucrose solutions. Now these protoplasts are subjected to the centrifuge. You know what is called centrifuge, which is used to isolation of pure protoplast. These are called cell wall debris. Debris of cell wall. Because the cell wall is degraded with the help of these enzymes called cellulase enzymes, and to get a purification of protoplasm, it should be subject with a centrifuge. Centrifuge. Where the process called centrifugation. If you centrifuge the protoplasm, these pure protoplasm gets settled down. The debris of cell walls is floating. So from this, the pure protoplasm is isolated. Pure protoplasm is isolated. Now this protoplasm, it's how it gets fused. It is induced to regeneration of cell wall. Plating or gets cell walls or gets regenerated. As a result, clump of the cells are formed. Clump of cells. The cells are gets agglutination or clumping are together as a result to form a callus, unorganized mass of undifferentiated. So the protoplasm are fused together. Somatic cells are fused together to form callus. The callus are gets differentiated. These are the differentiation of callus under the influence of oxidized cytokinin. They become regenerated into whole plant body. These are called protoplast cultures. So for the protoplast culture, the development of the isolated protoplasm have the ability to develop into the whole plant body, entire organism. So these are the steps that are involved. First step is isolation of protoplasm. These are the isolation of protoplasm. The second, fusion of protoplasm. How to fuse the protoplasm? How to fuse? By using polyethylene glycol. Fusion of protoplasm. The protoplasm are fused together with the help of a fusogenic agent is called polyethylene glycol. It is a protoplasm of the two different species. It is a one species. It is another part. Both are fused together by using PEG, polyethylene glycol, or sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate, either polyethylene glycol or sodium nitrate. That should be placed in the both the protoplasm placed in the concentrations of 20 to 30% concentrations of PEG, polyethylene glycol, or sodium nitrate, along with the presence of calcium 2 plus ion, or in the presence of high voltage of electric current, DC volt. If you are applying the DC volt, positive and negative charge, the two different type of protoplasm are fused together. Yes, fused together. Only the cytoplasm are fused, not for nuclear fusions. The nucleus, these are called dikaryotic nucleus. Dikaryon. Two nucleus, cytoplasm are fused together. In some cases, among the two nucleus, one nucleus gets degenerated. Only the cytoplasmic portions are fused together. Such cells are called cybride. Cybride. So, followed by nuclear fusions takes place. These are called somatic hybrid. These somatic hybrids are culture in the culture medium. Culture mediums. So, how the protoplasm are fused together? By using a fusogenic agent is called polyethylene glycol or sodium nitrate in the presence of calcium 2 plus ions. Calcium 2 plus ion, automatically they induce to fuse together to form hybrid cells is called cybride. Suppose Without nuclear fission, only cytoplasm of the two cells are fused together. Without nuclear fission, these are called hybrid, cytoplasmic fusion. Then followed by nuclear fission, these are called synkaryons. As a result, we get somatic hybrid by this process called somatic hybridization. Now the somatic hybrids are cultured in the culture medium. Next technique. Next, culture of protoplast. How the protoplast should be cultured on the MS medium. For the before culturing of protoplast, that should be tested for viability. How to be test the viability? Tested by using fluorescein diacetate. Diacetate. Whether the protoplasm are viability or non-viable before their culture, how to be test? By using fluorescein diacetate. If the if the protoplasts are viable, it shows the culture with the protoplasts are shows bright yellow green color. If it shows bright yellow green color, that is in the viability state. Such a type of protoplasts are introduced into the culture medium. How these protoplasts are cultured? Yes, it's a fusion of protoplasts cultured in the culture medium that should be incubated with continuous intensity of light. Continuous intensity of light for 1000 to 2000 lux. You know what is called lux? It is a unit of intensity of light. Minimum 1000 units, maximum 2000 units of lights are introduced. That should be at 25 degrees Celsius. These hybrid cells, fusion of protoplasts are incubated in the laboratory conditions for the continuous of unit of light, allowing the light intensity of light minimum 1000 to 2000 lux at 25 degrees Celsius. As a result, these protoplasts gets cell wall is formed. The cell wall formations takes place between 24 to 48 hours. Cell wall formations takes place. The first division of the cells also appears 2 to 7 days. Within 2 to 7 days, these hybrid protoplasts gets divided, the new cells are formed. So these are the culturing of protoplasts. And finally, how to be select the somatic hybrid cells? Already I point out somatic hybrids. Fusion of somatic cells of two different species or varieties. These are called somatic hybrids. For example, once again, it is a protoplast, for example, tomato. Protoplast of tomato crossed with protoplasm of potato. So these two are genetically two different species. These genetically two different species, it's not easily fused together by conventional technique. It is greatly compensated by only protoplast fusion. How to be fused? With the help of a fusogenic agent is called polyethylene glycol, PEG, or sodium nitrate, the presence of calcium 2 plus ions. Automatically, the two different protoplasts are fused together. Only cytoplasm of the cells are fused together by the process called hybrid, not by the nuclear fusion. Two nucleus are there, two nucleus, then followed by nuclear fusions. These are called somatic hybrids. Somatic hybrid. Now the somatic hybrids are selected and developed into new plant body as like in the obtained from the explant. These are called culturing of protoplasts. selection of somatic hybrid cells. The last technique, cell suspension cultures. Cell suspension. What is called cell suspension cultures? Culturing of a single cells or a group of cells on the liquid medium, not to the agar medium. For example, it is a explant. The explants are introduced into the agar medium. Agar, we know that agar it is a substance or jelly-like substance obtained from the red algae is called Gelidium and Grasslaria, commonly called seaweeds. From the seaweeds, we obtain the jelly-like substance called agar. The agar is added to the medium gets solidified. These are called agar mediums. The explants are introduced into the agar medium. As I said, they induce to form callus formations. Callus, unorganized mass of undifferentiated tissues, skull callus. The same explant also introduced into the liquid medium. The liquid mediums are taken in the conical flask. For the induction of callus. So now, cell suspense is nothing but how to be developed a suspension culture. A small portions of the callus is introduced into the liquid medium. What is the purpose? Why should be a small portions of the callus are introduced into the liquid medium? Because callus is a mass of cells. They could not get aerated. It does not develop into a entire plant body. So for the easy developing of cells, the mass of cells are gets separated, gets agitated. How to be agitate? What the result of agitate? Why should be agitate? Because the liquid medium are gets mixing with thoroughly. The cells are gets aerated. They induce new cells. That is why this gets agitated and gets separated. For that purpose, a small portion of the mass of cells are separated and introduced into the liquid mediums. The mouth should be closed with cotton plug. Yes. So the cells are get separated. These are called cell suspensions. The cell suspension, now it is used for the initiations of callus cells. It is a cell suspension. So the steps are over. What are the types of plant tissue cultures? Organ culture, meristem culture, protoplast culture, then cell suspension culture over. The next videos we are going to discuss secondary metabolites. Thank you.